Hello everyone, and welcome to Denver International Airport and to another air travel adventure. Today, we will be flying to Oaxaca, Mexico via Mexico City with Aeroméxico in Clase Premier on their 737 MAX 9 and Embraer 190.
Please pick up a white courtesy phone or go to the nearest airport information booth. Indiana, hot.
If, like me, you are arriving to the airport by car, you'll have to head downstairs to level 5 in order to get to the Aeroméxico ticketing desks. Once on level 5, you'll need to walk through the bag claim to the middle of the terminal. Once there, look for the check-in area number 20, which is where you will find the Aeroméxico ticketing counters. After checking your bags and receiving your boarding pass, you'll have to head back upstairs to clear security. After you're through security, you'll head downstairs once again to catch the plane train, which connects all 3 of Denver's satellite concourses. Aeroméxico flies out of the A gates, which are the first stop on the train and where we'll be hopping off. Now it's time to find the Delta SkyClub, which I have access to with my business class ticket and through Delta and Aeroméxico's codeshare agreement through the SkyTeam Alliance. I was super excited to check out this lounge, as it was my first time going to a SkyClub and because this one in Denver had opened up just a few months earlier. The SkyClub is located in the central area of the concourse, up the elevators on level 4.
Thank you.
The SkyClub at Denver features plentiful seating options, from traditional 2 and 4 top tables to couches and lounge chairs, along with charging stations throughout the seating areas. In my opinion, Delta has done a great job of creating a spacious and relaxing environment, which is a quiet, peaceful place to hang out before your flight, and which I found to be far less chaotic and busy than the United clubs at Denver. The SkyClub offers a buffet-style food spread with a pretty good selection of both hot and cold options. The lounge also features this classy bar and offers signature cocktails and wine at no charge and other drinks for a small fee. I opted to go with some light snacks and a signature old-fashioned at the bar.
You know, I don't understand the whole thing.
After an amazing hour or so at the SkyClub, it was time to head down to the gate. And here's our 737 MAX 9, painted in Aeroméxico's new livery, which at the time of filming was only 5 months old.
Hola.
How are you?
I am well.
It's good. Have a safe flight.
Your passport?
Did they scan it? Did they
Thank you.
check it over
Yes.
there?
All right. Thank you.
Have a safe flight.
Information, the estimated time flight to Mexico City International will be 3 hours and 10 minutes, and we will fly at an altitude of 40,000 feet above sea level. Oman Alonso is a flight purser and be happy to make sure comfortable and safe. Welcome.
Before I knew it, the safety video began to play, the engines were starting up, and we were taxiing out, ready to head to Mexico City.
partir de este momento se permite el uso de computadoras y dispositivos de dimensiones mayores a la de una tableta electrónica.
Now that we're at our cruising altitude, let's take a closer look at the seat. The Clase Premier cabin features a 13-inch high-definition seat-back IFE screen. Aeroméxico has an okay selection of movies, TV shows, and music, but it's nowhere close to the variety offered by, say, United or Delta. There's a footrest, which I found to be pretty comfortable and unique. A universal power socket, along with the IFE remote, are located in this small storage area on the left of the seat. The tray table deploys from the armrest and features this rather clever device holder. The table then folds out and offers a good amount of space to eat or get some work done on. A small pillow and very soft blanket are also included and were waiting for me on my seat when I boarded. Once we were airborne, headphones were also handed out. The seat reclines around 6 inches or so with this button on the side, and also has an adjustable headrest. Each seat also has an individual reading light and air vent. I was pleasantly surprised to find that Aeroméxico still has an in-flight magazine. In an era where these are going by the wayside, this was really cool to see. Aeroméxico gives you the option to pre-order your in-flight meal. I got a notification a few days before my flight, and it was pretty easy to navigate through the app and select what meal I wanted. The food service began about an hour after takeoff. My beef was nice and tender, and the peppers and green beans had a surprising amount of flavor. The salad was fresh, and tiramisu for dessert was a nice touch. I paired all this with a glass of red wine. After lunch, it was time to kick back and watch some Ted Lasso. Aeroméxico offers Wi-Fi for purchase, and I paid $12 for the whole flight. It was fast enough for me to use the internet and to check and update social media. Around 2.5 hours into the flight, I decided to check out the lavatory. It was pretty basic and very small. It was tough just to turn around to shoot this clip. That said, it was clean, so big props to the crew for staying on top of that. All too soon, we were descending into the hazy skies of Mexico City.
las indicaciones para desembarcar por cabinas. We ask you to remain seated. Once the fasten seatbelt sign has been turned off, you may get up from your seat and grab your belongings. Later, you must follow indications to disembark by cabins. Estimados pasajeros, el Aeropuerto Internacional de la Ciudad de México continúa realizando trabajos de mantenimiento y remodelación en áreas como migración, bandas de equipaje y conexiones. Debido a estas obras, algunos procesos a su llegada podrán tomar más tiempo de lo habitual. Le ofrecemos una disculpa por los inconvenientes que esta situación ajena a Aeroméxico pudiera ocasionar y agradecemos su comprensión. Dear passengers, the Mexico City International Airport continues carrying out maintenance and renovation works in areas such as immigration, baggage claim, and connections.
Aeroméxico, miembro de SkyClub, agradece su presencia.
Gracias, thank you.
Next, it was time to go through customs and immigration and re-clear security. Filming is not allowed in any of these areas, so I had to put the camera away for a bit. Welcome to Mexico City Terminal 2, home of Aeroméxico. It's time to head to our second lounge of the day. This time, we're headed to the Aeroméxico Salon Premier Lounge, which, oddly enough, also just opened a few months ago after a major renovation. The entrance is up this rather nondescript and hidden staircase. My first impression was that this area seemed fairly small for a flagship lounge. Despite that, you could tell that everything was fresh and new from the renovation. Due to the size, seating did seem somewhat limited. Towards the back, there was a quiet zone, complete with these enclosed work pods for those who were really trying to escape the noise. The Salon Premier Lounge has a modest selection of hot food options, along with some pre-made salads and a small dessert section. Towards the end, there is also a complimentary coffee station, as well as bottled and canned alcohol and soda. Despite the limited spread, the food actually was pretty good and provided for a tasty and filling dinner. Once I had finished eating, it was time to leave the lounge and head out to find my gate for my flight to Oaxaca. This turned out to be easier said than done due to a last-second gate change. I did eventually find my new gate and got in the boarding line that had already started to form.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
And avoid gathering in any area of the aircraft. Carry-on baggage must be placed underneath the seat in front of you or in the overhead compartments. Optimizing space, please, so that other passengers can also fit.
The pushback process for this flight ended up being very long and slow. Due to airfield and ramp congestion, it took nearly 15 minutes to taxi out of the alley our gate was located in. After more than 45 minutes of taxiing, it was finally our turn to take off. Even in the premium cabin, the seats on this Embraer 190 are pretty basic. Still, you get an individual reading light and air vents, and just like our previous flight, the tray table deploys from the armrest. If you've ever flown on a member of the E-Jet family on a US carrier, these seats are pretty much identical. About as soon as they could, the flight attendants came around with a snack basket and some bottles of water. I was impressed that the crew was able to squeeze in a snack service on this short flight. Due to this being a night flight, and because of weather, there wasn't much to see out of the windows until we were on approach into Oaxaca.
Bienvenidos al aeropuerto de Oaxaca. Para su información, la hora local 10:20.
Deplaning in Oaxaca is done via stairs right out onto the ramp. After deplaning, we were led along this long walkway and under the new terminal, which is currently under construction. And eventually, we popped out into the baggage claim. With my checked bag in hand, it was time to get a taxi into town.
Oh my gosh.
Thank you so much for joining me on this Aeroméxico adventure. Take care, and I'll see you in the next one.